Hello there, and in today's video I'm going to be doing another reading for you, a personal reading, and I'd like you to choose one of these piles of cards. So one of them holds an important message for you. What will it be? And I'd like you to think about the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4. So think about those numbers, take a deep breath in. Really go with your gut now. You're just choosing one. I'm going to be very, very strict on this. Only one today. Very important that you choose only one. And beneath these cards in front of me, which come from the Animal Messages deck, this is all about the animal guide that your guardian angel is sending to accompany you. So we don't just have angels working with us, we also have guides, and we have animal guides, and these can change according to whatever it is that we need in our lives at the time. So there may be some particular challenge that you're going through, or some particularly important piece of work that you're doing, or some archetype that you're embodying. So on this particular part of the journey, there is a spirit animal, a power animal that is working with you. Isn't it lovely to know that you are being given this help and support? And so according to the number you choose, 1, 2, 3 or 4, that is your spirit animal, that is your animal guide. Now I've also got one of my Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty cards underneath each animal card, just to give you a bit more clarity about why and how that animal is helping you at this particular stage of the journey. I'd like you to get your angel journal. I'd like you to make some notes about whatever comes up for you. And I'd also like you to do your own research about the animal and what it means spiritually. But listen to your inner voice, listen to your intuition, and look for signs to see all the ways that that animal guide is working with you in your life right now. So let's get on to the reading. So here is your message if you chose pile number 1. So let's see who your animal guide is. Let's take a look. And you have the beautiful tiger. Tiger burning bright. And all the lovely orange colours. We've got some golden colours there with his stripes. And the first thing that I want to say to you about the tiger is all about passion. It's about courage and determination. It's a combination of the sacral chakra, the orange of the sacral chakra, and the yellow of the solar plexus chakra. So those two energy centers, they're right next to each other in the body. So the sacral chakra is right there in the navel area where your life begins, you know, your umbilical cord, where you're attached to your mother. And it's all about passion. It's about rebirth, it's about creativity. So what do you want to create in your life? This tiger is helping you with those initiations, that transformation, the new beginnings, and the power to live joyfully and be in the moment and just to enjoy whatever's going on around you right now. And the yellow of the solar plexus chakra is all about confidence in yourself and belief and value, and the ability to endure whatever is being thrown your way. And when you've got such a powerful ally as the tiger, then it's a beautiful thing, because tiger's not afraid of anyone. They are incredibly beautiful animals, but you know, we wouldn't just want to go up and give them a cuddle, because they probably get those big paws of theirs and get the claws out, because they like to protect themselves, because they're very strong. They're very powerful animals. If you've ever seen a tiger in a wildlife program, or even in the wild, if you've been lucky enough to see that. So what else is the message on this card? It says passion and adventure beckon. So what are you passionate about, and what adventures do you want to have? Because the tiger is asking you to venture forth, to go on a quest, to be brave enough to see what's out there for you, because there's plenty. So as I said, I'd like you to do your own research about the tiger. I'd like you to have a look at the spiritual meaning of the tiger. The tiger spirit animal, what does it signify? And do some investigation on the internet. Write down whatever you find that's interesting, whatever resonates most with you in terms of what's coming up in your life at the moment as well. And another thing that I want to talk about here is with the tiger. We actually have the year of the tiger next year in 2022. So I'm recording this video in 2021. And in 2022, at the new moon that is that correlates with the Chinese New Year, which is usually around the end of January, early February 2022, is going to be the year of the tiger, and it's the opportunities that are going to come your way. Get ready to pounce on those, okay? So I'm just going to pop that on my stand there so you can keep looking at your beautiful tiger, and let's have a look at a little bit more information about why this tiger is coming up and how it's helping you. Now, we have the number 4, which is the angel number. So it's about saying, you know, there's powerful foundations being created in your life at the moment. And there have been some very important lessons about how it is vital that you take care of yourself and that you give yourself the care that you need. And look at that tiger. It's looking straight ahead. It's saying, in this moment, I need to take care of my own safety, my well-being. I need to get food. I can't be too sentimental about the fact that I'm about to kill this wildebeest or this deer that I'm seeing running around. You know, I've got to eat. It's just the way it is. And I have to take care of me. And if I put those animals' needs in front of my own, then I will die, because I'm not taking care of myself. And that is the message here. It's not selfish, it's survival. It's about making sure that you are not greedy, taking too much from others who may need it, but giving yourself that nurturing and support that you so desperately need. It's about looking into your own heart and saying to yourself, what does my heart long for me to say yes to? Where have I denied my heart that in the past? And I've learned some really important lessons because I've put other people's needs ahead of mine, and then they've taken advantage or they've not appreciated me. And when I love myself unconditionally, when I'm in the moment thinking about what's important right now, then that brings this kind of courage and determination to the forefront. So we don't think too far ahead about what might happen in 5, 10, 15 years time and start worrying about that, because that is way off, and we can do things to mitigate difficulties in the future. So for example, it's not about saying be really reckless and spend loads of money and don't worry, you know, in 15 years time it'll take ages to get there. Yes, you have to think about that. So save where you can, you know, don't squander money where you can, avoid squandering it, but equally don't worry about what's going to happen in 15 years, because this is about taking care of yourself and being in the moment and living passionately, living joyfully, and having adventures as well, which the tiger certainly knows how to do, and it's not afraid. So that is your message, that is your power animal. I hope that resonates with you. And I hope you find lots of really interesting things about the tiger and why it's helping you right now. Hello there, if you chose pile number 2, are you ready to find out who your power animal is? Who is your animal guide on this stage of the journey? Who have your angels sent you to guide you and to bring the spirit of whatever it is that they embody on this part of the path? I'd like you to do some research of your own about this power animal. So go and explore on the internet, type in the search term the spiritual meaning of whatever your animal is. Write lots of notes in your angel journal and keep an eye out on any interesting signs and signals that come your way. So let's have a look and see who is your power animal. And it is the elephant. Isn't that beautiful? So with this gorgeous mama elephant and her baby there. Now the first thing that I want to say about the elephant is their wisdom and their memory. They are renowned for it. They're incredibly wise. They live for a very long time and they're very family orientated animals. So they have a herd. The babies stay with parents, not like a lot of other animals who, when the young have grown to a certain age, they kind of almost chase them away and then they live their own life, you know, because there's this kind of competitive spirit between them. Family is everything to the elephants, and they've got this great wisdom. Now, they're very gentle creatures as well, very loving, but when they want to protect themselves or they need to make sure that they are in danger and they need to put themselves first, and they have no hesitation in bringing out this almighty power, but they know how to use that power. It's like, you know, they could crush somebody just by stepping on them, so they've got to be very careful with that, and they won't do that unless they absolutely are provoked, and they have to do it to protect themselves or their family members. So the elephant, it says you gain the love and wisdom that is passed from one generation to the next. And there's a really strong message about your ascendants or you know, the people who you're descended from. So it feels like there's a very strong female energy here. So it can be a mother, an auntie figure, or a grandmother who is very strongly coming through the energy of the elephant guide. And there is something that you've inherited from this particular person, that a very strong genetic quality, talent, skill, piece of knowledge that you're embodying in this lifetime, or that you're ready to put out there a lot more. So we come into this world with our own genetics, our own DNA that is made up of all of the different things that our parents give to us. But then there are these families who are in the mix, you know, the people that we're descended from. And there is also our past lives that we bring in. So this elephant is talking about, as well as the family link, as well as the things that we've inherited through that family lineage, it's also about the things that we've inherited and the wisdom that we hold, that we're sometimes conscious of and then often it disappears. Those past life experiences, because we've got the wisdom of so many past lives, and then the elephant wants to help you to remember to gain your consciousness at this very important time in your life, and to be strong enough to stand within the power of that. Because sometimes it can be a bit scary, can't it? This important lesson that we've learned, this wisdom that we're bringing into this life from either our genetics, our lineage, or our past lives. So we don't know what to do with it. We feel like we've never done this before, but we have, or our ancestors have, and they can help us. And we're carrying that on in this lifetime. So it's a really special task that you're being asked to perform right now. And this is also about, you know, the age of the elephant. The older that they are, the stronger and the wiser that they become. And so this is about you, you know, growing into your crone or your wizard energy. It's not about looks, and, you know, sometimes we feel as our value is based on how much energy we've got to put into something physically, how good we look, how slim we are, or you know, whatever it is physically, or how big our bank balance is, or how high up we are in the ladder. But actually this is about, you know, the power of the wisdom and the experiences and the failures. They're all an accumulation of something very, very strong and powerful that makes you you and makes you unique. So never to disregard that because it's very important. So I'm going to put that on my stand there so you can look at your lovely elephant. And elephants are very lucky as well. So they're a very lucky omen about money and holding on to money, prosperity and good luck, good fortune. And then the card that I drew for you to accompany this elephant, to talk about why you are having this elephant as a guide in your life right now. It's all about boldness, power, fearlessness, and a bit of magic as well. And it's about making those wishes and believing that you're worthy of all of the good things that are going to come your way. Because remember, I said that the elephant is a lucky symbol, and you probably find out lots of really interesting things about the elephant. The elephant god Ganesh. So have a look at that. And the number of this card is 29, and when we add 2 and 9 together we get 11, and that is the number of manifestation, of new beginnings, of the power to be able to manifest the things that we've been wishing for, to stand within that power and to create something, and to believe that there's a bit of magic going on behind the scenes, that we are co-creators with the universe, that we're not just making wishes and doing it all on our own, that we've got this whole kind of line of supporting people who've been incarnated and are related to us, who are helping us too. So we've got that strength and backup behind us. And you certainly have this very powerful feminine energy of somebody in spirit, feels like a very strong maternal figure who is helping you and is embodying themselves through the elephant spirit guide, power animal for you right now. So I hope you've enjoyed your reading, and I hope you find out lots of really interesting stuff about your elephant animal guide. Hello there, and if you were guided to choose pile number 3, here are your messages today. So before I get started and tell you who your animal guide is on this particular part of the journey, make sure that you write lots of notes in your angel journal. Make sure you pay attention to anything that goes on around you over the coming hours, days, weeks, months, and also do some investigating of your own into the meaning of this particular power animal, this animal guide who's going to come up for you today and who is helping you with this part of your journey. So let's have a look and see who your power animal is. And it is the bear. So isn't that beautiful? So the bear is a very strong animal, physically strong, really big, powerful. But when I think about the bear in terms of its habits and how it lives, it has this amazing ability to run very fast. Even though it's a very big animal, you'd think it'd be quite cumbersome. It can climb trees, it can jump. And the animal that, the bear, needs lots of rest. And it also goes into this hibernation. So it gathers lots of resources around it so that it can hibernate, knows when to switch off. And goes for long periods of time where it needs to put itself in a protective place and just switch off to everything and to get that really important rest and regeneration so that it can power up for the next cycle of its life. And on this card it's saying nurturing creativity and return to the sweetness of life. So bears are very resourceful, that's for sure. They're very wise, they're very powerful, and very protective over whatever they've created, particularly the mama bear with the cubs. They will literally rip someone's throat out if they feel as though their safety is being compromised in any way. And they're fearless protectors of the cubs. And they grow so big and they are so beautiful, the bears. And they just fear nothing, they just know what it is that they want to do. They instinctively know how to do that. Nobody teaches them. And it's just a really beautiful power animal for you on this stage of the journey. Now, the other thing that is coming to mind for me intuitively is the word bear. So when we bear something, we carry something. We've got the strength to be able to endure whatever it is that we need to endure. And to have the ingenuity to create something, so or adapt ourselves, adapt to change. So something is bearable until it becomes the way we want it to be. So there may be changes coming up for you. That's certainly one of the omens of the bear. Change is afoot. But you can adapt to this change, and you can find yourself a way of making it work for you, creating change that is going to really serve you. And you're powerful enough to adapt and to survive and to be able to get what you need, because you've got the resources and the motivation to do that. But also with the bear energy, it's really important for you to have these cycles of rest, to make sure that you're not working and running around all the time. You know, even a bear has to sleep for a while and get its reserves of energy back to full strength. So let's place that on here, and let's have a look and see what else this bear is doing for you on this part of your journey. So you're going through a really important time of growth. And with that growth, you know, when kids are growing, they need to eat more. So if you have children, or if you know what it's like when kids are growing, or if you can remember back to those times when you were growing up, you have these growth spurts, and then it's literally like they're eating you out of house and home, and they're just consuming everything. And so that's all about you growing your mind, so really consuming all the knowledge that you're being guided to consume, to learn, in order for you to grow. And to really make sure that you're taking good care of yourself, that you're looking out for your own well-being. Maybe you're at a place in your cycle where you're coming up to your hibernation period, where you just feel like, I need a rest, I need to regroup, I need to just recharge my batteries. And that's okay. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you, like the bear. The bear's not weak. It just knows that there are cycles, and it might be that you're coming up to a cycle of growth where you have to reserve your energy, conserve your energy, and you have to make sure that you're nourishing yourself in exactly the right way so that you can get through this kind of winter period. I also feel as though, speaking of cycles with the bear, this is the number 9 when we add 3 and 6 together, and that speaks of a cycle of growth coming to a close and a new one beginning. So you're getting ready for that rebirth, that creation of something new, the change is afoot. But you are more than a match for this change, and you have got lots of ability to be able to navigate your way through it, to be resourceful and adaptive. And you're certainly strong enough, and you're very, very powerful. And you have this amazingly powerful ally as well. So enjoy investigating more about the bear and what it represents for you as a power animal right now. And I hope you've enjoyed this reading today. Hello there, and welcome to your power animal reading. If you chose pile number 4, this is your message. So we have a beautiful power animal underneath this card. I can't wait to tell you what it is. And before I do, I just wanted to reiterate that I'd like you to do some of your own investigation and research about the meaning of this particular power animal at this time in your life. So what does it mean? So go onto the internet, type in the search term spiritual meaning of, or the meaning of a power animal, that is whatever your power animal turns out to be. And make lots of notes in your angel journal. Keep an eye out for any interesting little themes and messages and signs and signals that you get that relate to this. But there's an important animal guide who is aligning themselves with you right now. So let's take a look and see who that is. And for you, I have drawn the deer. Isn't the deer absolutely beautiful? So we see, first of all, the deer is very gentle, a little bit nervy, because the deers are hunted, so they are very popular. You know, people want the deers. And so it's very important for the deer to be very, very alert. So look at it, always got their ears up, always got their eyes open, wide, looking around, making sure that they spot whatever's coming their way. And so this is about you really going into the depths of your wisdom, really learning from your experiences of where you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so now you're going to be very alert to making sure you're exactly where you need to be, and also to spot opportunities as well. So it's not just about being endangered or protecting yourself. It's about also being ready to chase after opportunities that come along. And the deer is very clever, very agile, very quick thinking, quick moving. And so, you know, we can often think of deer as this very gentle, kind of doe-eyed creature. But they have so many resources, and they have a gentle strength, which is what you're all about. And this part of the journey, it's not about being very aggressive, because it's not going to get you anywhere. Sweetness is going to get you everything. And let's have a look at the message on this card. It says, take note of the messages in whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. So it's about being alert, keeping your eyes and ears open. Your angels want to send you lots of messages, lots of enlightenment, lots of wisdom and direction. And so the deer is going to help you to really tune into that, the power of being alert, the power of being awake, of being really, really actively watching out for things and seeing them and spotting them, not just kind of wandering around oblivious, you know, with blinkers on, because that's, you know, the deer would not survive if it was like that. Deers are also very much pack animals, so they live together in a group, in families. And so this is about teamwork, it's about watching out for each other, so that, you know, you being able to connect with your tribe during this particular part of your journey. You're not alone. there is a kinship, there is this tribal feel to whatever's coming up for you on the next stage of your journey. So let's have a look and see. Pop your deer there so you can keep looking at them. What else is coming up for you in terms of the reason why the deer is shown up as your animal guide? And look at this, we've got love. Fall in love, love, always loved. And number 2, so this can be all about harmony. You know, the deer are very sweet, gentle, loving animals. So this can be about a very important time for love and affection and sweetness and harmony. And this can also be about you finding that balance, being able to be more playful, being able to be more loving, to do what you love, to enjoy this sweet, gentle energy that the deer is bringing into your life. That sometimes it's a time for us to be very aggressive and assertive, and to power our way through life, going after our aspirations, thinking about worldly pursuits and goals. And then there are other times when love and family and togetherness and friendships, you know, all those soul relationships, soul connections are really important. And that feels like that this part of the journey for you, certainly in the next 2 months, feel as though that those are really important factors for you to concentrate on. And the resources that you have around you as well, because number 2 represents the 2nd house, which is very Venus inspired energy. That's the ruling planet of the 2nd house in the wheel of astrology. It's the home of Taurus, the bull, so it's all about earthiness, groundedness, and it's about earthy pleasures and the things that we enjoy, the joyfulness that we get, particularly from love and from being able to give and receive love from others, not just romantic love, family love, friendship love, all the ways in which we enjoy the company of others and we enjoy the physical side of our lives, being able to eat and drink and smell things and go on walks. And this is all about basking in all of the things that are the sweet advantageous things of being earthly beings, having a soul that is inhabiting a body. That's the thing that we came to experience and to enjoy. But also combining that with being very aware of the messages, being tuned into them, that your guides and your angels are trying to pass on to you every day. So it's a wonderful combination, and I hope that you've enjoyed that reading today and that you will get a lot of power from your animal guide, the deer.